What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be traveling from, I believe it's Century, Toronto to Nigeria Falls. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the names for it. But if you guys want to see more type of content, just let me know down below. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start this aircraft up. It's been a while since I've flown this one, so I'm not quite sure of how to start it up completely. Let's go ahead and put this all the way up and on. I've noticed with some of the places I've been traveling to, it's very hard to pronounce the names for them. So if it becomes kind of tricky to pronounce the names, then I'll just end up putting the name on the title of the videos instead. I'm missing something on here. Let's see, fuel's on. Battery, that I'm gonna leave off. Let's do that real quick. That's gonna take its time. See if that turns on automatically. Looks like it does. That one starts up. I believe both of these are started up. Those are on. Let's see, parking brakes on. I want to say everything looks to be on, but I'm not positive. Okay, there we go. That's on now. I'm just going over everything real quickly. It's been a few months since I've actually flown this aircraft, so that's on. I'm gonna leave that on maybe. I wanted to shut this off, but that might shut the engines off. So anyways, alright. I'll get back to you guys once I am at the takeoff strip, because I gotta still look at the map and everything and figure out where I'm going. Alright, so I did have to do a quick checklist before I took off to make sure everything was on. The only thing I missed was my lights, which are crucial. So everything is good and set to go. So we're gonna go ahead and take off. Let's see, there's this map right here. I want to kind of look at the other one to find out if I'm going directly to. So yeah, when I go, okay. Why is there's another guy at the very end at the takeoff strip, which is very strange. That's so strange. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and go to climb mode, full throttle. Have my flaps down just a bit so we can get off the ground. This guy is taking off, but he is in my way. I'm gonna act like I just didn't see him. There's a lot of wind going on. I'm in full throttle, by the way, so we got all this wind going on. This is supposed to be a short flight because we're just flying from one airport to another. Alright, go and pull up real quick. Angle coming up. Let's go to our left hand side. Sometimes you get people in this game that sometimes accidentally spawn where you're gonna take off, so you guys can almost have a collision, unfortunately. Luckily I haven't had those, although I did have one time where I was taxiing and I didn't see the guy until he was almost directly in front of me, which was I think a glitch lag or something. And we are now heading quickly in the correct direction. A little plane is right there. So we're basically just flying from one area to the other over ocean. So I'm gonna see how much or how high this plane can fly. We're gonna reach an altitude of probably about 10,000. I'm gonna try and go 10,000 actually. If not, then we'll just stay at 5,000. But we're just gonna climb all the way up. Flaps are coming up now. We're just gonna keep on going full throttle. It is cloudy today, so hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully we have a smooth landing, or at least an okay landing. Got a bunch of fog down below us also. So it's going to be a while before we get there, so I'll get back to you guys once we are halfway to our destination. Alright guys, so we're about halfway to our destination. At the moment I have my plane on autopilot. So I have the altitude hold at 6,500 right here, and it shows right there. And then my climb is at like 500 feet or minutes, or whatever you want to call it. I'm still kind of new to this stuff, but I went ahead and just put the autopilot on just so I'm not flying manual the whole time. So it's not too bad out here. It's very cloudy. I mean, you got cloudiness going on, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad for the landing. So we're gonna go ahead and probably here shortly we'll go ahead and lower our altitude to probably 3,000, and then eventually we'll end up landing. So we're just enjoying the flight at the moment. We got some other players over here. I believe they're landing at the same airport that I might be landing at, or they're landing at a different one. So we'll find out. But I'll get back to you guys once we are once I find the airport, and once I am probably on my final approach, because I'm not sure if I need to do a go around or not. So I'll get back to you guys here shortly. Alright, so our airport is directly to our left, right there. So we're going to be coming out and landing on this runway right here. So we're going to need to come out more this direction, and then eventually we'll end up coming down. We are at the moment coming down kind of quick. We were at like 6,500. Now we are coming down to 3,000, or sorry, 4,000, then eventually 3,000. But we're going to need to come down a lot more. So at the moment we're just doing kind of a little fly around, and then we'll end up landing. Alright guys, final approach. We are struggling with some heavy side wind. We got some heavy crosswind affecting us. Lower my speed and everything. Try to make this smooth as possible. Might be a little bit bumpy, maybe, who knows. And there we go. Controlling the back end a little bit. Completely off the throttle. I would have tried to get a little bit closer with the final, but I was struggling with my speed also, because that crosswind was absolutely not fun. But we landed safely. We're just gonna keep on going. Might taxi off actually. We're gonna go ahead and slow ourselves down. Slow down just a bit more. We're gonna go ahead and taxi off right here. And we'll go ahead and stop right about here. Put the brake on. We zoom out just a bit. Flaps are gonna go all the way up. Throttle is back still, which is good. What else am I missing? I'm gonna turn my landing light off for now. Taxi light's gonna stay on. I think we're good to go. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.